I have got Cameron here with me. You are fairly new to golf, correct?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. This is going to be great. I'm really excited to do this. So we're going to dive into Cameron's first data-driven lessons. We're going to take a look at some of the numbers, figure out why you're having some of the swing problems you're having, because I know you're really new at golf and you're trying to get better at this thing. So we'll use some data to make this really easy for you. This will be fun.
Awesome, thank you.
So Cameron, talk to me a little bit about just where you're at currently with your golf game. I know you're very new, but like tell me a little bit about some of the problems that you're having, the frustrations that you're seeing. Just give me some background.
Yeah, definitely. I'm completely new to the game. I haven't really played too much on the course yet, just been hitting around in bays.
Okay.
But my main problem is I don't swing all the way through, and I tend to like pick up my head and my body super quick.
Okay. So it sounds like, have you had formal lessons before, or are these just like tips from friends and family?
I have done a few formal lessons before, so super early in the golf lesson journey, hoping to get better at my game.
Awesome. What's like ultimately your goal with golf? Like, do you want to play 18 holes? Do you want to play competitively?
Yeah,
like, what are
I definitely want to be able to like go out and play 9 holes with friends, family, stuff like that.
Okay, totally cool. I know you said you kind of have some issues with just the not finishing your swing or potentially, picking your head up or moving your body around. Is it generally like a contact issue that you see when you practice? Like you just have trouble getting the ball in the air?
Yeah, definitely. And I don't necessarily know where it's going to go.
Neither do I. That's okay. That's part of playing golf. So
perfect.
Totally cool. We'll take a look at all of that stuff. So what I'd like you to do just to kind of kick things off, you have clubs. It looks like you have got some really nice brand new ones. So
GOLFTEC fit me. It was amazing. So yes, ready to go.
So you've got the fitted clubs. So we're in a good spot there. Let me have you do this. I'll have you hit some shots. We'll just kind of see what you're doing. Okay. And then based off of what I'm seeing there, then we can go over to the touchscreen and we can kind of talk about your swing, look at the numbers, and then figure out exactly how we're going to move forward for the rest of the lesson.
Great. Sounds good, Josh.
Cool. So Cameron, you hit a few shots, probably like 4 or 5 of them. We saw kind of the whole gamut, right? You were kind of hitting them. Some were solid, some were not super solid. Some went left, some went right. They were kind of all over the place. So one of the big reasons why you have a lot of the inconsistency is just in how you set up and then how you move your hips in the backswing. So I've got Harris English over here. I really just want to illustrate what he's doing with his front foot. So you can see how it's kind of flared out towards the target a little bit. So what that's going to help with is going to make it easier for you to keep your hips more centered in the backswing. Okay. And I'm going to show you why that's a big problem as we look at your swing over here. You can see how your toes are basically just pointing straight to the camera.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to take your feet and we're just going to flare them out a little bit. That's going to make it easier for you to turn. It's going to make it easier for you to keep your sways where we need them to be. So that's going to be the first thing we talk about. The second thing, if I take you both to the top of the backswing, I want you to look over here first. So notice how his hips have moved inside of that reference line. He's actually moved towards the target by about 0.3 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. What you have done is you've gone the opposite direction.
Okay.
So you can see how your hips have actually moved across the line and you're moving more away from the target.
Yeah.
That's why this number's yellow. That's a big reason why you're having a lot of those contact issues with just hitting the ground before the golf ball. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep your hips closer to 0 or even more towards the target to help you eliminate a lot of those fat and inconsistent shots that you're seeing and help you hit more shots like this guy.
Awesome.
Seem
Sounds
okay?
Good, yeah.
Okay, so shouldn't be super hard, but ideally we want to change this number from like yellow back to green or blue.
Definitely.
Cool?
Great.
We're gonna keep this super simple. I've got an alignment stick. I have a noodle in reserves in case we need it.
Awesome.
Very, very high-tech stuff for you. Okay, so what I want you to do, we're gonna practice your setup first, okay? So the biggest things, we're just gonna flare our feet. It's gonna be super simple. So instead of pointing your toes at the golf ball, you're just gonna basically flare them, call it 10 or 15 degrees. Doesn't need to be anything crazy, but just kind of point your toes more outward. Seem okay on that one?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That one shouldn't be super hard, okay? The second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this alignment stick. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of put it off of your trail foot, so off of your right foot. What I'm gonna have you do is without a golf ball, you're gonna make some swings where you're gonna take it back to where you get to the top of your backswing, and I want you to look down, and ideally, I want you to see some space between where the stick is and where your hip is. Okay? So as you make a swing and look down, like you should be as far away from that stick as you possibly can get.
Okay.
It might feel like you're moving towards the screen. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like again, I'm just trying to get you out of the habit of moving towards the camera back there and moving that direction.
Perfect.
Okay. So we'll make some swings where we just practice that movement. Then I'll actually have you make some swings where you practice swinging down and through. and then we'll hit a golf ball and we'll see what happens.
Okay,
cool.
Awesome.
So go ahead and take your address position. I want you to just set up to the red dot. That's fine, even though there's not a golf ball there. Love where your feet are at. This is gonna go right here, okay? So you're never in danger of hitting it.
Okay.
And then make a backswing for me and stop. Good. So what I really want you to do is exaggerate this. Move your hips more. There you go. Like that would be extreme. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's essentially the sensation or the movement that I want you to practice. So go back down to address. Same thing on this one. Good. So what's different about that compared to what you were doing before?
I feel my body shifting forward towards the ball.
Like a ton, a little bit?
Only just a little bit.
Okay.
I feel more like weight on my front foot.
Cool, that's totally fine. So practice that a couple more times. So just rehearse that movement for me. Good, okay. Do one or two more. Awesome. Good. So now what I want you to do, same thing we've been practicing. I want you to pretend, I know you hit that shot maybe like 100 yards, okay? I want you to try to hit one like 30 yards from me. So super small, super short, you're not gonna go fast, but same movement with your hips. This one I want you to actually swing through and pretend you're gonna hit one.
Awesome.
Okay? Try that one more time. Good. So you kind of got the idea of what we're trying to do there?
Yeah.
Cool. So what I want you to do now, same thing. Now we're actually gonna put this into action. I want you to hit this ball, okay? Same thing though, you're only trying to hit this maybe 30, 40 yards. This does not need to be a full swing. It's totally fine if it's super slow. I honestly don't even really care where it goes. I just want you to focus on moving your hips and keeping those a lot more centered or even towards the screen instead of back towards the camera.
Makes sense.
Seem okay?
Yes.
So go ahead whenever you're ready. Nice. So Cam, let's take a look at what you've been doing, all right? I want you to tell the good folks at home exactly what you were really focusing on and what you were trying to do with the drill or the practice that we were implementing.
Yeah, I was focusing on having my body center and kind of facing more towards the course rather than back that way, the wrong way.
No, and I think that's great. You described it of like feeling like more weight was more forward. Like all that's fine. Like how it feels, that's really going to be individual to you. Like everybody's going to feel things a little different. But I think you did a really nice job of demonstrating this. So I want to show you on this swing exactly what you did. So first and foremost, your setup. That's better with your feet, really good. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more sense of just how to use the ground and how to keep your body in a little bit better spot as you go back. So we'll continue to focus on that as we look at future lessons moving forward. But check this out. So when you get to the top of your backswing, which is where we were really trying to work on, so we pull this up here, check that number out.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
That's way better. So remember how before you had your hips crossing this line? It was almost like moving back over the GOLFTEC logo here in the background. Like now you've actually got that space there, which is gonna go a long way to helping your contact. You hit a couple shots that were super solid.
Yeah, it felt a lot more natural too.
No, so that's really good. Like I like what you've done here. And then the other cool part, like we didn't really talk about anything on this side of the screen. This will be where we focus as we move forward, but look at where your hands are relative to these two lines. Like you see how they're now in between that cone?
Yeah.
So that's really, really good. That means your club and your hands are in a nice spot to swing down and strike the golf ball. So that really needs to be your focus, like using an alignment stick or just anything on the ground. Even another golf club would be fine. Just something to reference when you make swings. Is my hip moving the wrong direction? Like what a lot of bad golfers do is they move too far away from the target because they think that's super powerful.
Yeah.
The problem is you're gonna end up hitting behind the golf ball a lot, which doesn't help you create any power at all.
No.
Right? So this is really cool that, I mean, this was what, probably 5-6 swings of just practicing this, and then you put a golf ball down, hit a few more. So we probably got 10, 15 swings maybe of just working on this skill, but you've moved your hips away almost 3.5 inches. Remember, you were 0.3 away.
Yeah.
Now you're 3 inches towards. Like, that's probably too much, but for what you need to practice right now, that's where I want you to live. Like, do that a ton, get used to the solid strikes. That'll go a long way to helping you improve your contact and just making golf a little bit easier for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
thank you, Josh.
Really good job. That was super cool. So we'll continue to kind of keep up with what Cam's doing, just how her progress is going, and we'll follow up with more of these lessons as we keep going through your journey. But this is a really good starting point. Like this is really what you need to practice for right now. And then once you feel like you've got that in a good spot, then we'll move to the next step. So it's super cool. Like we can use this data to keep things really simple.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah.